Should work. All right, let's start that again. Who remembers what they learned yesterday? Peter, what did you learn about?
I learned we have some
Lay. That's right. So, you guys learned about area. What is area?
Ooh.
Carly, what is area? Okay, good. So, we're going to do a quick video just so everybody knows what area is. That's the question I want you to put in your mind. What is area, and what formula, which a bunch of you have already told me, is what do we use to find the area, which is length times width. Let me see here. That is full screen, hon. I just faded the sound out.
Maybe we should paint this wall. Well, first, we should figure out the area of the wall. What is area? Area is the measurement of the space inside of a shape. You can calculate the area to figure out how big a room is, or how much carpet you need to cover a floor. You can calculate area to find out how much wallpaper you need, or how much tile you need to cover a wall. In our case, we can calculate the area of the wall to figure out how much paint we need. What are square units? You can find the area of a shape by dividing it into equal squares and counting them. These squares are called square units. This shape is 3 squares wide and 3 squares tall. There are 9 square units inside the shape. So the area of this shape is equal to 9 square units. Great, Moby. We can describe an area in square units. This rectangle is 10 squares wide and 5 squares tall. It has an area of 50 square units. What is the area of this shape? First, count the whole squares. 2 half square units make units of our class garden. I know that our garden is 6 feet long and 4 feet wide. We could divide the garden into 1-foot squares. There are 24 of these 1-foot squares. So our garden's...
Okay, guys, how did she find 24? Oh, Daquan.
Oh, she multiplied. She timed.
What did she multiply?
I mean, she timed. She said 4 times 6.
Awesome. That's great. How much?
It was. I forgot what it was.
Shania. 24. That's right. Good job, guys.
So our garden's area is 24 square feet. Instead of counting all the squares, you can multiply the length and width to find the area.
And that's just what Daquan did.
6 feet times 4 feet is equal to 24 square feet. Let's see. meters is equal to 8 square meters. Since we know the area of our wall, we can figure out how much paint we need. I think we've got enough paint, Moby.
Okay, everybody back to their seats, please. So, we know what area is. Area is whatever is inside a shape, right? Right? Yeah. I gotta hear you guys talk back to me. I want to hear communication. Alright, so area is what fills the shape, right? So we've got a square, whatever's inside that shape is the area, right? Right. Okay, so what's our formula again? Riley.
The formula is length times width.
That's right. Fantastic. Okay, so here's our first square. 5 and 3 feet. How are we going to fill out this one? What's your name again, bud?
Caleb.
Caleb.
You're going to find the answer using the area formula, length
Okay.
times width.
Right.
Multiply 5 times 3.
Okay, hold on. Length and width. So we're going to do what Caleb said, 5 times 3. And who knows what that'll give us? Anthony. 15. Great. So now we know how many feet, or square feet we have. How many square units does the rectangle contain? Carly. Not quite. And let me show you how to find that out. So say we are on a graph paper. We're just going to draw the lines just as it lays on the graph paper. Those are our square units that are inside that square. That is our area. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So how many square units?
15.
15. Hey, look, it's the same thing as our area 5 times 3. So 15 square feet is the same as 15 square units. Make sense? Yeah? Does anybody not kind of get it? You need to slow down? No, we're good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's go. All right, so here's our next one. 4 times 7. Who wants to come up and actually show me how to solve this? Devin, come on up. Devin is going to show us how to solve it. And you're just going to solve it in that white square. What's the first thing we're supposed to do?
4 times 7.
So write down your formula first. Okay. Okay. So what's our area? Say nice and loud. Tell them. Good. So who can tell me how I figured that out? Taylor, right? Well, Tony. Tony, I was close. It was a T. Tony, tell me how we got that.
You did 4 times 7.
So we wanted to find our area, so we did length times width, right? Length times width, which was 4 times 7, which gave us 28. So if we were to draw lines in this square, how many squares would we have on the inside? What's your name, hon? Kendra, how many?
You would have 28.
28 squares. Fantastic. Okay, next one. How would we multiply a square? We've been doing rectangles. How would we multiply this square? We've only got one length. What are we going to do if we only have one length? What's your name, hon? Katie. What are we going How do you know that?
Because they're all equal, so the length is 8 and the width is 8.
Okay, makes sense. So she's saying we have our area equals length times width, right? We know that each side of this square is equal. It's the same thing on each side because squares have equal lengths. So 8 times 8. What is 8 times 8? I'm just not very good at multiplication. I'm going to have to learn with you guys too. Carly. I know that.
I know it.
What's your name, hon?
Lyris.
Lyris? What is it?
64.
That's right. And the way I remember that one, because I used to be really, really, really bad at multiplication, I'm a little bit better now. But the way I remember that, and this is before your time, but there used to be a game system called Nintendo 64. Yeah. Well, we remembered that 8 times 8 went to the store, bought Nintendo 64. That's how I remember that one. Makes sense. All right. Awesome. So now we don't have our lengths. But we're going to start with this one first. Area equals 12 square feet. So we're going to write down our formula. Area equals length times width. So we don't have the lengths, but we can kind of guess some of the numbers that could be the lengths. What are some of the lengths? What's your name, bud? Aiden. What are some of the lengths we could do? Give me one.
2 times 6.
Good. So how do you know it would possibly be 2 times 6?
Because you can count on the sides of 6 to 6.
You could do that. You could count down the sides if it was on graph paper, right? But we don't have graph paper. How does he know that it could be 2 times 6? Peter.
For him, sees that and 2 times 6 gives you 12.
Yes. 2 times 6 can give him 12. That's a guess. What's another set of numbers we could use? I'm going to call on somebody who doesn't have their hands raised. What's your name, buddy? Dalen? Darren. What's another set of numbers that could make 12? What? 1 times 12. Good. What's another set of numbers? Mother, right? Okay. Give me another set of numbers for the purple square. Got 6 times 2. We've got 1 times 12. Campbell, give me another one.
3 times 4.
3 times 4. So, even though we don't have those squares, we can still kind of guess. We can still kind of be like, well, we know this number times this number equals 12. So let's move on to the orange one. So we know that our area, length times width, our area is 24. Wow, that's sad. And we know our width is 3, but we do not know the length. What do we do? Somebody tell me, what in the world are we supposed to do when we do not have one side? Carly? No, you're not Carly. You're Carly. What's your name? Natalie. What are some of the things we could do? How much times 24?
20.
Okay, but we already know that's true. If we didn't know the sides, we could do 1 times 24. But the problem is we have a 3 already. We know 3 is one of our lengths. What are we supposed to do? Well, you know what? Nathan, what are we supposed to do? know that our width is 3. Our area is 24. What do we need to find? I'm still waiting on you, ladies. We need to find our length, right? The length is the mystery. So what times 3 can give us 24? Think of a number. What times 3? Yep, look at your chart. What times 3? 8? And everybody agree, 8?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, awesome. So, 8 times 3 would give us 24, right?
Yes.
So have we found the right length?
Yes.
Yes, could there be any more numbers?
No.
No. Okay, fantastic. What about our next? Who wants to show me how to solve for this one? And I want you to explain the class. You're the teacher this time. Daquan, why don't you show me how? And you've got to explain the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay? It's all you, man. Nice and loud. Tell them what to do.
So you have your A and J, L times W, and you put 9 times blank equals equals 36.
Now what do you have to do?
Now, yeah, you see what's 9 times 1.
9 times what equals 36? So you have to find what?
What's 9?
So 9 times what? Figure out that number. Take your time. So 9 times 2? No. Is it 9 times 3? If you need to write on the board, go for it. That's okay. No? Okay, so it's not 9 times 2, that's 18. Guys, what's 9 times 3? Just call it out for me. 27? Okay. 4. Awesome. You guys agree with that? 9 times 4 is 36?
Yes.
Awesome. So now, all right, next one.
Oh.
Area.
Oh, that's easy.
It's easy.
Oh my God.
I made it too easy for you guys. Why don't we have... Campbell. Yeah, Campbell, come with me. Oh, no, there's more to come, don't worry. What's the first thing we write? What's our formula? I hope everybody's paying attention. Okay, tell us what we do next.
What times 9?
Okay, write it down for me. that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you agree? Okay, fantastic. Guys, that was great. Guess what? I've got an awesome activity for us to play. So, guys, how many of you have played Tetris before? Okay, hold on. I can explain what Tetris is. Tetris, listen. Tetris is a game where the point is to fit as much or as many blocks into this area as possible. So listen, or we're not going to play it. We'll just keep moving on and do number problems. It's not going to be fun. All right? What we're going to do is somebody, Carly, can you please?
It's Tony's job.
It's Tony. Okay, Tony, come with me. Come on, Tony, come on. Calm down. All right, what I want you to do is I want you to give every 2 people 1 sheet of paper because they're going to be teams. Teams. Okay, so listen. I need another person. Guys, I don't want to hear talking. I want you to listen to what I'm telling you. Lyris,
Yes.
can you get me? Lyris is going to be giving each team a pair of dice. Yep. Now, listen, otherwise you can't play the game. Somebody in your team, there's going to be 2 people. No. We're staying on our tables. We're not going across each other. Somebody's going to be drawing the squares. So you're going to need a piece of a pencil. So one of your partners is going to have a pencil. The other one is going to have the dice. So, why don't you guys come forward? All right, one of you is going to have the dice. That person, that partner is going to roll the dice. Whatever numbers come up, listen. Whatever numbers come up is what's going to make your sides. So guys say, I roll the dice and I got a 1 and a 6. What's my rectangle going to look like? What is my rectangle going to look like? I keep forgetting your name. Natalie. What is our rectangle going to look like?
Like, if you go 1 and a 6 on one side, it's going to have 1 square and then you'll have 6 squares across.
Good. Or it's going to be 6 squares tall and 1 square across, okay? So, good. So what you're going to do is when that person rolls your dice and you get your numbers, the person with the pencil is going to draw that square at the bottom of the graph paper. And what you're going to do is as you roll the dice, you're going to make your squares go up and up and up. And whoever fills their paper first is going to get 5 broom bucks each person. Or briar bucks, sorry, briar. So listen. Peter, I know you are not talking while I'm talking. I know you guys aren't talking while I'm talking. So, who can tell me what I just told you? Raise your hand if you can tell me what I just told you. So far, only this table has been listening to me. And Ken. I'm going to go through it one more time, and if you don't get it, you lose your chance to get briar bucks. That's all I'm going to say. Last chance. Listen up. One person's going to have the dice. They're going to roll the dice. Whatever number comes up on those dice, say it's 6 and 1, the person with the pencil is going to draw that square. Now, when you draw that square, I almost forgot to say, when you draw that square, you need to find the area for that square. So if it's 6 times 1, what's going to be my area? 6, right? Write that area in your square. If you come up to me and say, Miss Courtney, we're done, and you hand me the paper, and all I see is a couple little squares with no numbers. Well, Mr. So if you come up to me and there's no, oh my soul, You're about to not play the game at all. If you come up to me with no numbers, I'm going to say, go back. I don't want to see no papers with no numbers. Got it? All right, now the point is to go from the very bottom to the very top and fit as many squares as you can into that paper. All right? Yes, ma'am. Why don't, that'll work. That's fine. Okay. Why don't you two be partners and you three pair together, okay? Listen. As you continue to fill this sheet out, I want you guys to take turns rolling dice and drawing squares. I don't just want one person rolling the dice the whole time or one person drawing the squares the whole time. Switch roles. Take turns. All right? Ready? Oh, hold on. He's got a question. What's up? Why don't you three be partners just because you guys are closer together, okay? I'll make it easier. Do this first, okay? All right. Get ready. Get set. Go. Why don't you? Yep.
3 and 1.
Your partners are good. Okay? Okay. You guys are partners. You guys are partners. You guys are partners. How's that work?
Good.
Good. All right. Work with him. Work together, guys.
But you didn't write the number.
Roll the dice.
Or make it square.
Roll your dice. So you're going to draw a square that's 1 by 2. There's two numbers. 1 by 2. Why don't you guys work together? You don't need papers. You three work together.
Okay.
Now, roll the dice. Okay, when I say switch roles, I want you to switch roles. I'll just tell you when to switch, okay?
Oh, we've been switching.
Okay, you guys taking turns? Good. If you have not switched roles yet, switch.
Okay, that's fine.
Make sure you're writing those numbers and those squares. Otherwise, there's no credit.
Okay, now you roll.
Good job, guys. Good. That's what I want.
Right then.
I see a lot of people are filling their sheets up real fast. If you have not switched your roles recently, switch them now. Now guys, when I see you put in those squares, I don't want to see them spaced apart. I want them as close together as I can because you want to fit as many squares on that piece of paper. Okay? Don't space them apart. If you space them apart, you better find a way to throw them in. No. Okay, everybody pause. Pause. I'm seeing a couple things that I don't want to see. All right. Pause. Do not let me hear dice rolling. Okay. Listen to what I'm saying. Now, I'm seeing a lot of people rolling their dice and drawing squares. But what I'm seeing is this. Okay? I don't want to see spaces in between these squares. When you play Tetris, the point is to fill that box with as many squares on top of each other as possible. So what I want to see is squares as close together as you can fit them on that page. And I want to see your numbers. So 2 times 1, 2, 3, 8, 3, whatever. I want to see those numbers in the middle. Okay? Does everybody understand what I'm looking for? Go.
I did.
Don't worry about what the sizes are. The sizes are the same. Put them down. So you got
That's 4.
But we're going to keep going. Whatever you want. Roll again.
I win. Oh, we already got that one. 24. 6 times 2. Thank you.
That's cool. Start there. Now you're going to put 5 in that square. Again. 6 by 1.
What's 4 times 2? 6 times 5.
You roll a rectangle 6 by 1.
Oh yeah. 4 times 1.
1, 2. Is that 6 by 1?
You're giggling, you're working.
Rectangle 6 by
That was 2.
B squared. 5 by 1. Next one, you roll. All right, you guys, we have. I'll give you 4 more minutes. Whoever has the most rectangles.
I think got to the top. Let's do something. Already got that.
Alright, for those of you who are not collecting sheets or not collecting dice, I want you to sit down. I want you to wait quietly.
Tony.
Why don't you guys pull out a sheet of paper or bring out your math journals, whatever you want to do, but I want a sheet of paper in front of you. Thank you, Tony, for telling them to put their name on them. I totally forgot about that. Thank you so much. Math journals out. Plain sheet of paper. I do not want to hear talking if we don't need to be talking. It's not necessary. Oh. All right, dice are in. Have a seat, please. Cody. that you guys have a quiz tomorrow. What do you have a quiz on? It's our favorite thing in the whole wide world, and we're going to review it. Hey guys, listen. When I was making this flip chart, I was trying to find a video. I didn't really find a video, but what was really cool was you guys are not the only kids doing long division. There were all these videos on YouTube of all these different classes of kids doing division. You're not the only ones that struggle with this. There are other kids in other classes who are doing the same thing and are having the same issues. That's okay. That's why we're reviewing it. Okay? Okay. I don't want to hear talking. If I hear talking, you guys get 5 minutes silent lunch. We're not doing it. Got it? Okay. Okay. So, this is just something to kind of help you remember. When I was working with my group on Tuesday, I think I heard Heidi. Heidi, were you talking about the house? Building that house? I think it was Heidi. She was talking about making a house with division. So we're going to fill out the sheet. We'll see how we go with it. So, let's do purple. Purple's my favorite color, by the way. Okay. Somebody give me a 3-digit number. Heidi, give me a 3-digit number.
801.
801. 801. What do we want to divide it by? Shania, what do we want to divide it by? You want to divide it by 1? That's not hard enough. Pick another number. 2? All right, let's do 2. 2. What is the first thing we do before we ever try to solve a problem? Peter.
Do the G and M and B, S and B and
DMS what?
D.
D. Okay. What does that stand for, guys?
McDonald's sell burgers.
Okay, well, let's use our math word. Good. Okay. So, Shania. What are we going to do first? How many times can 2 go into 8? 4. How many? Okay, what are we going to do next, Sanaya?
4
Listen. 4 multiplied by 2 gives us 8, right? All right. What does that give us? 8 minus 8.
0.
I don't want to hear calling out. All right. What do we do next? What do we do next? Carter, what do we do next? Okay, what do we do?
You bring the 1 down.
Well, how many times can 2 go into 0?
0.
Good. Where do we put the 0? Right here? Yeah. What next? Yep. Good. And that gives us what? What do we do next, guys? Okay. I like how you're involved, but don't call out, all right? Okay. Bring down that 1. All right. Who can tell me what to do next? What's your name again, hon? Dearest, right? Lyris. I was calling on you to do stuff. Okay, anyway, brought down that 1. Now what, Lyris? subtracting gives us what?
1.
1. Can we keep going?
No.
Why can't we keep going? Somebody tell me why. You're not Carter. What's your name?
Caleb.
Caleb. It started with a C. All right. What do we do next? Or why can't we keep going?
You can't keep going because there's nothing left to bring down, so you have to put 1 as a remainder.
Right. Here's our remainder. So how do we write out this answer? Somebody tell me how to write it out.
4, 0, 0, R, 1.
4, 0, R, 1. All right, let's try another one. Who's got another number for me? Oh, who's got another number? I want a hard one.
Oh, I got a hard one.
I got a hard one.
I want a really, 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 really hard one. Come on, Drake. Give me a really, 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 really hard number. Yep, 3 digits. Give me 365. All right, 365. Divided by, who wants to give me a divisor? Make it hard.
Oh, I got a hard
Anthony, give me a hard one.
8.
8? Ooh. All right, listen. Here's our DMSB, right? We always write that down. We already had it written down. All right. Daquan, what do we do first?
You do first what you see if 8 can go into 3,
Okay.
and it doesn't. So
It doesn't.
you take it to the top. You take it to the attic. You say 8 times 0 is 0. So you put the 0 below 3, and then you subtract.
Okay.
You subtract it, and then you bring down your
Well,
6.
wait a minute. What's 3 minus 0?
3 minus 0 is 3. You bring down your 6.
Okay, pause. Who wants to keep going? What's your name again? Aiden? Aiden, tell me what to do next.
You have to bring down the 6.
Okay. Then what?
Now, you see if it goes into 36.
How many times?
4 times, because it can actually change it.
8 times 4 is... Honey, what's her name? Pink shirt. No, not Tony. One in front of me. Yep. Kendra, what's it? 8 times 4?
32.
32. So, minus 32. Okay. Is what? Shania. 36 minus 32. 4. Okay. Then what? Who wants to tell me what to do next? Sanaya. What are we going to do next? What are we doing next? We've got our 4.
Oh, I got
Katie, what are we doing next?
you subtract and then you put the remainder.
I don't think we can subtract. Why can't we subtract?
Because you got.
We gotta bring down the
Some of you guys aren't paying attention. Bring down the 5. Now what, Sanaya?
You subtract 45 minus.
Nope, we got our number. What do we need to do next? We divided, we multiplied, we subtracted. 36 minus 32, we've got our answer. We brought it down. 45. Now what do we do? We're starting all over again.
45 divided by 8.
Okay, how many times can we do that? Look at your chart if you need to. 8 times 40 gives us 45. Okay, what times 8 gets us the closest to 45? 5. And what's that answer? 40. Alright, so that gives us 5, right?
Yeah.
45 minus 40. Can we go any further?
No.
Why not?
Bring it down.
No, we have nothing to bring down. Okay, awesome. So, how would we write this out? Kendra,
You have to do 45 remainder 5.
45 are 5.
And we're gonna go.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? I've got more. No, we'll skip that. Here's my answer. Hey guys, I was younger than you when Pokemon came out. That was my thing when I was little. And I saw Pokemon all over the place recently. I've been seeing it on book bags. I've seen it in people's Pokemon cards in people's desks where they're not supposed to be. But it made me really excited because I was like, that was something I had when I was a kid. Who wants to tell me or read this? Who wants to read it first? Riley.
Miss Gregory just won a grand prize of 432 Pokemon cards. She wants to give them to 6 of her students. How many cards does each of her students get? Are there any remainder?
Alright, so what am I going to do first? Divide. What are we dividing? Tell me, everybody just tell me what I'm dividing.
432 divided by 6.
Yeah. Ew. I don't want yellow. All black. Okay, shh. 432. Divided by what?
6.
6. Can 6 go into 4?
No.
What do we do?
0.
Alright. Sanaya, now what? No, we already got it. How many times can 6 go into 4? Okay, now what? Oh, wait. Guys, what did I forget to do? Oh! T, M, S, B. Now what tonight? We divided.
I know.
Multiply what? Good. Where do we put our 0? So we've got our 0. Okay. Who wants to tell me what to do next? What's your name, Wayne? Back you? Yep.
We subtract.
What's the answer? What do we do next? Somebody tell me. Anybody?
So bring down the 3.
Bring down the 3. Awesome. Now, who do I want to call on? Anthony, what are we going to do next? What do we do next? We brought it down. We did our B. Now what do we do? Build a new house? Okay. So, what do we need to do here?
How many times it's going to put in there?
Okay. How many times, Anthony? What's the closest number we can get to? Everybody agree 7? Let's do it. What's 6 times 7? Now what? Alright, I told you guys to yell out. That's cool. One.
Bring down the
Alright, hold on. Daquan, what do we do? Hold on, we put it up. Now what? Oh, yeah. All right. Now what? So the guy falling asleep. What do we do? Sleeping. We brought it down. Now what? Start over. What do we do?
Sit still.
Okay, we brought it down. We've got to figure out for 12. So what do we do? Okay, divide 12 by what? How many times can 6 go into 12? Okay, we bring our number where? Gives us 12, right? What is it? Just everybody yell.
0.
Do we have remainders? Can we keep going? Why not? So, what is our answer? What? 72. 72 what? Yeah, but like, 72 what?
Pokemon Go.
Thank you. Alright guys, that was fantastic. Now, later on, you're going to be getting your math homework. We didn't pass it out. We're going to give it to you later. So don't forget, we got math homework. It's going to be yours. Okay. Fantastic, guys.
Alright, clear your desk completely off. Aiden, not here. You need to get out your writer's notebook, Aiden, because you've been gone for 2 days. Everybody else needs to clear their desk completely off.